Hello, beautiful souls, and thanks so much for tuning in again. My name is Luca, AM Astar, and welcome to 𝑓. So, today's reading is going to be extra special because we are doing a collaboration with Luna from Luna Tarot 1. So first of all, Luna, thank you so much for reaching out to me to do this collaboration. And I found it very curious because I watched some of Luna's pick-a card readings a few months ago. And then she booked a personal reading with me. And I somehow recognized her voice, so I was, super surprised that I got to meet her. And she's a very lovely reader, very inspiring. I absolutely love her work. I resonate with her intentions. Our readings are very much focused on empowering ourselves and, for us to step into our fullest potential. And this is also very much the intention of this reading, because today we are going to be channeling our most significant past lifetime in soul's history. And on Luna's channel, we are going to look at how this specific lifetime has an impact on this current lifetime. Now, the title of this reading is The Most Significant Lifetime in Soul's History. So this lifetime could be one of your past lifetimes, but it could also be the past lifetime of, let's say, a historical figure. Or it can also be more of an archetype, because the intention of this reading is to basically, I always want to relate these lifetimes back to what is happening right now. So by channeling this lifetime, it always serves as an inspiration to understand how this lifetime works. And on Luna's side, we're going to be looking how this specific lifetime is impacting your current lifetime. So without further ado, let's get in. Today we have 3 piles to choose from, as always actually. I like to do 3 piles. Pile number 1 is the Cosmic Self. Pile number 2 is the Joy of Life. And pile number 3 is Observe. So see which pile draws you in. As usual, there can be messages for you in all 3 piles. So if you feel drawn to more than one pile, you may watch more than one. You can watch all 3, whatever you feel most drawn to. And you find the timestamps in the description box, and I'm going to be seeing you in your reading. Hello, pile number 1. So this is your reading if you have chosen the Cosmic Self card. And before I go into that, I've actually channeled some words that I've been hearing clairaudiently, and they are related to your reading. So the first word that I've heard is Valhalla. So the Norse mythology could be significant, but it's not necessarily that you have had a past lifetime in, let's say, Scandinavian cultures, although this can be possible and there can be some connection in relation to this lifetime. But I'm more so being taken to a lifetime in, let's say, the etherical realms, or more a lifetime where, it's not on Earth. So this could very well be the in-between state between incarnating on Earth. Because whenever we leave the Earth plane, we go to a higher dimension. And then we stay there for some time. We stay there to integrate the lessons of what we've experienced in the previous lifetime. We make soul contracts, we meet with beings and with spirits that help us make this soul's contract. And actually Valhalla, in the Norse mythology, that's the hall where the warriors are resting, or it's the hall of the warriors basically. And I don't know if that's actually what the story is trying to tell us, but looking at this card and feeling into the energy, I'm almost being made to feel that Valhalla, like in this context, is exactly this place where yeah, you're almost resting in between lives. You are almost like this warrior that has been in duality, because if we think of warriors, that's always the war between two poles, between two sides. So this could literally mean the polarity, the war in polarity, and then going to the Valhalla, the hall of the warriors in heaven, where we kind of integrate these lessons of duality. And this obviously takes place in the realms of heaven, the etherical realms. And I've also heard Andromeda. So this could also mean that, yeah, there is Andromedan energy coming through, in the sense of this shape-shifting energy, where it feels very subtle. So it could very well be a very high dimension. And yeah, with confrontation coming through, it's almost, yeah, this energy of being confronted with everything that we have been going through in the previous lifetime. So it's almost, I wouldn't say judgment day, but it's almost meeting the souls and telling you like, okay, what do you think this lesson was for? Or almost confronting you with, yeah, the experiences that you have been going through in specific lifetimes. And it's almost with the word conform, the energy coming through is almost beings making you aware that you need to conform to certain rules. But this has to do with spiritual rules. And for some reason, exuberance is coming through. So, and exuberance and gaslighting, but it's not so. This energy is more so coming through as the next lifetime that you chose to incarnate into. And this could very well be this present lifetime or the lifetime after. So basically, yes, you come from a previous lifetime, you go to Valhalla, to the etherical realms, you are being confronted with your spirit guides, you have this consultation, and they're making you aware that there are some rules to conform, some rules you need to be made aware of. And then almost in the next lifetime, you're being confronted almost with these two energies, or you have to deal with the energy of exuberance. And when I hear exuberance, it means like hedonism, or almost the excess of something, or surplus of energy, or something that is almost too much, or almost and too much of something. And the energy, how you work through that, is almost, yeah, it's almost you're being confronted with a lot of gaslighting, because there is something from previous lifetimes that you're almost balancing out, and the way you balance it out is almost being in excess of something. So this could mean you either have a lot of money, or you have a lot of something, like, or maybe you're very attractive, or you are very very rich, or you are very in a high position of power. There is this energy of hedonism coming through, like something, the excess of something. This can be anything, but having to be faced with a lot of gaslighting, like almost people, yeah, not allowing you to be yourself, or almost talking you out from being something. And this has to do with a specific soul's lesson, very unique energy that's coming through here. But yeah, the way you conform, or the way you balance out these previous lifetimes, it's almost, yeah, bringing balance where there is excess of something. And gaslighting has to do with healing this wound. I wouldn't call it wound, but almost to bring the balance back. And it's so interesting that I have seen this symbol, and this pretty much feels like the energy throughout your lifetime. And this can very well be this present lifetime, or this specific lifetime that I'm tuning into. Like, it's very different from everyone, and it's kind of hard to pinpoint exactly which specific lifetime we're talking about, because there are more energies coming through. But you can obviously relate it and understand it in a way that makes sense for you. Because also I'm being reminded to say that channelings, or this type of readings, they also hold coding. So even if I say specific words, this can trigger activation within yourself. This can trigger activation for your very unique situation. And that's why I don't want to say, oh, this was a past lifetime where you have been this or that, but the energy is coming through to tell you, yeah, to give you hints about this specific lifetime, because that's always the intention. Whenever we look into past lifetimes, we are always wanting to be able to relate it back to this present lifetime. And when I see this symbol, when I look at this symbol, I'm being made to feel that this is the energetic process in your lifetime, where in the first part of your life there is almost this constricting energy, where the energy is more restrictive, in the sense that Saturn energy plays a very big role, and where maybe this energy of gaslighting comes through, almost you wanting to be yourself, you wanting to shine your light, but there is almost this energy of you're being gaslighted out of your being, where there is a lot of restrictions. It almost feels like something is tight in your energy. But then in the later part, like this can vary, like maybe if we divide it in 3 parts, then the later part, there is a huge opening. Like all of a sudden, like not gradually, but all of a sudden there is this huge opening and things start to shift completely. Because, yeah, it's almost allowing you to have this energy, but in a balanced way. Where before maybe there has been some imbalance in embodying this energy, it is bringing in almost this confidence of knowing that I can be exuberant, I can be out there, I can shine my light, I can be rich. There's nothing wrong with being that, but there is almost this opening where, yeah, a huge opening in how you apply yourself in this incarnation. And before I tune into the energy of these 2 symbols, I actually feel called to look at the cards. But yeah, cosmic self, this is very much this etherical energy, where we are talking about this in-between state between incarnations, and almost knowing that, yeah, it actually says stay confident in your truth. I didn't even read this part, but this really much has to do with being comfortable in shining your light, being comfortable in being out there. And with Andromeda, it's maybe this very unique starseed energy, where it's okay to shine out, it's okay to stand out from the crowd, like there is nothing wrong with that. But maybe in this first part of your life, you have been gaslighted in being that bright light that you are, or embodying that unique way of doing things or approaching things. So this is very much telling you that right now it's okay to stand out, it's okay to shine your light, and it's okay to also be, yeah, the unique expression of love that you are, the unique expression of light that you are. Very interesting energy. Let's see what the cards have to say. So we have Prince of Scepters. Absolutely. That's exactly the energy I've been feeling. This fiery energy, passionate energy. It wouldn't shock me if you are a fire sign. Definitely a very passionate person. Leo, Sagittarius is coming through very strongly, but again this restrictive Saturn energy that has almost been holding you back from being on that fiery chariot, from shining your light, from being that unique. Like you are a light, you are this beautiful expression of passion and of let's do things, this very adventurous energy. Also Sagittarius energy is coming through. But again, we are tuning into the most significant lifetime in soul's history. So let's see what this is wanting to tell us. 7 of Swords, 6 of Swords, 7 of Swords, 5 of Wands, okay. Which to me feels like a confirmation what I've actually been channeling already. But let's see where this is going. King of Cups, Ace of Swords, 7 of Cups, and the Emperor. Before I channel, I'm actually called to pull some more Oracle cards. You're asking for the most significant lifetime in soul's history. Ooh, look at this card. Oh wow, the reaction. Okay. I love the energy because I've never seen this card. This is a new deck, so it's the first time I'm seeing it. Okay, Crystal Child. Alright. So let's make some space here so we can look at the imagery. Alright, so the message coming through is that this is you on a soul level. Like I'm being made to feel you on a soul level, embody more the divine masculine energy. Because obviously we always have both sides. We are both divine feminine and divine masculine. But I'm being made to feel that your soul's gift is really this fiery energy, this very straightforward energy, like you speak your truth, you tell things as they are, you are actually very much in control of your own energy, your own feelings, your own emotions. Like even if there is this fiery energy, this a little bit impulsive energy, you are still very grounded and you still know how to handle your emotions. So there is a lot of passion, but at the same time there is this groundedness in the sense that, yeah, you don't easily get swept away by other people's opinions, or you don't easily get, yeah, it's very hard for you to shake yourself. That's what I want to say, because it's like this very steady energy and very impulsive, fiery energy. But it's, yeah, it's really balanced out by this watery presence. So it wouldn't shock me if there is also water in your chart. Cancer is coming through, but it can also be any other water sign. Maybe your moon is in a water sign. Or, yeah, there is just this beautiful balance of this fire and water. But still I'm being made to feel that fire, that's your greatest gift. And for some reason, this has not just in this lifetime, because there are more lifetimes coming through and it's hard to pinpoint exactly which energy this is. Also, please remember this is a general reading, so only take what resonates. But again, the coding in the words that I'm speaking relates to your personal situation. But what I wanted to say is that this energy has been the cause of a lot of friction, not just in this lifetime, but in previous lifetimes. Because I feel in this lifetime, the energy that you have been working through is gaslighting energy, where almost people have been trying to take you away from your essence, to take you away from this power. Because I'm almost being made to feel this energy of also a class clown, a joker, someone who is very loud, very out there, and then almost people telling you to be quiet, or telling you to shut down, or telling you to, or almost you have a vision, or you were seeing things, and then almost people talking you out of what you were perceiving, also maybe things you were feeling. Because I'm being made to feel you are a very sensitive person, so you feel things very, very deeply, but it's almost, you don't necessarily see this as a spiritual gift yet, because people have also almost been talking you out of, yeah, maybe you felt something, you had a vision of something, you see something, and then other people say, oh, this is just your imagination, or you're just making this up, or yeah, there is really, you have been faced with a lot of resistance, because every time you tried to be this Jupiter energy, to have this expansive energy, there was some form of restriction. But still you were super steady, because on a soul level, like subconsciously, you knew that this had to do with letting go of some past life karma. Because I'm being made to feel you're very tapped in with spirit, you're very intuitive, but maybe you don't know how spiritually in tune you are. So there is almost this feeling of, yeah, you are spiritual, maybe you're looking at things more through the scientific lens, but it's almost, yeah, actually you are clairsentient, but you wouldn't necessarily call it clairsentient, because there is almost this feeling of, yeah, starting to look at synchronicities, listening to the signs, guidance. Like you have a lot of ancient wisdom, and you're much more intelligent and much more knowledgeable than you sometimes give yourself credit for. But again, this has been part of letting go of this energy, but it's about making you stronger, basically. So it's not that you have been punished for anything, or it's not that these things happen to put roadblocks in your way, but it's more so, yeah, obviously, Saturn is putting roadblocks in our way, but this is about making us stronger, making us aware of our potential, and allowing ourselves to apply this energy in different circumstances. And with Family of Light coming through, I'm very much being made to feel that in this lifetime, a very significant step is actually about connecting to that more angelic energy. Because I'm almost being made to feel in the previous lifetimes, this has not been too much the focus for you. Because we always go through incarnational cycle, where maybe one lifetime is about learning about power, the other lifetime is about learning the value of relationships or family, or different lifetimes. And I'm almost being made to feel that this lifetime has to do with bringing in this starseed energy, this Andromedan energy, this energy of the angelic realms. And that's why before we started this reading, I was being taken actually at this in-between state, in between incarnations. Because with this energy here centering your reading, it's almost about stepping into this energy of the wizard. Merlin is coming through very strongly. And yeah, it's actually, I'm being taken to the story of Merlin, where it's actually you. You are needed for that job. Like you are the chosen one to pull the sword out of the stone, where many people have been trying to pull out the sword from the stone, but nobody were able to. Like a lot of strong men came there, tried to pull out the sword with force. But actually, what I'm being told with this is that you have such a unique approach with the unique wisdom that you have, and you are the chosen one to be able to pull out this sword. But it's not coming from force. Like even if you have this fiery impulsive energy, but I'm almost being made to feel that this is how you come across, this is how you present yourself to the world, how other people perceive you, how other people see you, but actually your greatest gift is the King of Cups. And this is very much taking me to your most significant lifetime, where you almost have been exploring this aspect of yourself, but I'm really being taken like far, far, far back in actually the higher realms. So it's about bringing this watery aspect, but in this physical realm, which is something new, because you have this energy in the higher realms, but it's almost you have not yet applied this energy in physical terms. So the way you pull this sword out, the way you move forward is by being in that fiery essence, but approaching it through your emotions, emotionally, through your sensitivity. So this is this perfect balance between being skillful, being focused, being in this more masculine energy, but also having the sensitivity of the feminine energy, where it's almost about, yeah, almost this very, very precise energy. And being made to feel you are very focused in what you're doing, also very hard working energy coming through. Capricorn might also be present in your chart. And yeah, like the thing that you're doing requires a lot of focus and concentration. It wouldn't shock me if you are in a profession or a job that requires your observational skills or your analytical skills, but it's almost this sensitivity waiting for the perfect moment and then tack, striking and bringing in this fiery energy. But this is very skillful because it's about not acting too impulsively. And yeah, what I want to say is you're very balanced with your fire and water energies. And this is your greatest gift in this lifetime. And how your previous lifetimes have helped you. It's almost you have gone through a lot of lifetimes in the higher realms where you have been acquiring this King of Cups energy, where you have been managing your emotions, tuning into spirit, tuning into the subtleties of life, and a lot of lifetimes on earth where you were this hero archetype, maybe even a royal, or maybe even a CEO, or like a position of power. You have gone through a lot of lifetimes where you were exploring power and this masculine energy, and right now again you're entering in this more spiritual cycle where it's about bringing out the magician within you. Beautiful energy, and the age of Aquarius is also very significant. So what you're doing, the work that you're doing, how you're contributing, that has to do with, ushering in a new age. And I know that the title of this reading was how the most significant lifetime in soul's history, but it's almost the journey of all the previous lifetimes and how we got here, where we are at. And I always want to honor what's coming through, so that's why I don't want to force things to fit. And with the Well of Dreams coming through, I was like, wow. When I first saw it, I was like, damn, look at this card. It's so deep, it's so beautiful. It's almost, in this lifetime, you will be shocked at how deep you actually can go, because there is this whole aspect of yourself which you have not yet experienced, or there is this whole aspect of spirituality which I feel you have lightly tapped into it. I feel you have lightly, oh, look at the candle is spilling over, so everything is overflowing, and that's exactly the energy that I'm feeling. This energy of a dam is breaking at this breaking point where the restrictions are being opened, and whoosh, everything comes out. And actually I should maybe blow it out, because otherwise the wax is never gonna leave my beautiful carpet. Just a moment. But yeah, what this is exactly the energy of the restrictions being opened and you moving into this expansive energy where you are bringing in this more spiritual aspect of yourself, where it has to do with connecting with the underworld, connecting with the spirit realm, connecting with, it says visions, to everything that's behind the veil, dissolve the wheel. And with the turtle, it's about bringing up this innate wisdom that you have within yourself, exploring your spirituality, and maybe even connecting with your star origins. Maybe you were always open to the idea of extraterrestrials. Maybe you always thought like, I believe in extraterrestrials, but it's almost like you didn't know that you are an extraterrestrial or that you come from the higher realms, or maybe you even come from Andromeda. Or it's almost about bringing in this awareness of who you are, bringing in this innate wisdom that you have gathered throughout all your incarnational cycles. And it's almost, that's exactly this gaslighting energy. You are in this lifetime letting go of all these voices that are telling you that you are not, or that are almost speaking you out of you being sensitive, talking you out of almost, like you're so wise and you almost don't give yourself enough credit for that. Or it's almost, you have so much creative energy because you're such a master at balancing both the fiery aspects and the watery aspects. And that's creation, feminine and masculine. You are very, very, very balanced, even though predominantly I'm being made to feel this fiery energy with you. And looking at the Seven of Cups, it's almost, you have a lot of choices. There are a lot of things that you are looking into, many avenues you want to explore, and it's almost this energy of not knowing where to start. So it could very well be that right now you are in this position where you are looking at, maybe you're researching a lot about ancient civilizations, or about star seeds, or about science, spirituality, mysticism, and it's almost you are wanting to change course. I'm almost being made to feel that right now you're going through this expansion, because this is more past energy and this is more this present energy, and it has to do with looking at the different options, looking at the different gateways, like almost you're at this threshold where you want to explore this energy further, but it's almost you don't really know how to proceed, because on a soul level you are used to act more tactically. So you're used to act more through this masculine energy, this Five of Wands energy, which sometimes has caused conflict in your life. So every time, let's say every time the masculine energy was too out there, like wow, this is hard to put in words, like every time you acted too impulsively, too much, where you were too logical, too analytical, something was in your way to almost force you back into being in this more feminine energy. Because again, I'm being taken back to your previous lifetimes. There has been an exuberance or maybe too much of masculine energy. So that's why in order to prevent this energy from being unbalanced, in order to prevent this masculine energy from being too present, it's almost the universe is bringing you in again this restrictive energy, but it's it's only here for you to balance out the energies and to bring forth this feminine energy, which you have, like there is a lot of clairsentience and a lot of wisdom coming through, like a lot of spiritual wisdom, but it almost feels like it's in the background. So every time you are too much in this masculine energy, this roadblock comes in, or this restrictive energy comes in, almost forcing you back into this feminine energy so that you can allow this aspect of yourself to come through, to shine through. And this is very significant in your current lifetime, because I'm being made to feel that you are, on a soul level, you have had many lifetimes in positions of power. Like again, this royal energy coming through, this, like you are a role model. And Leo energy is also very significant. And in this lifetime, you're learning to do exactly the same. People will be looking up to you. People will be seeing you for this vibrant, shining light that you are, for this, this cosmic self. Like people see the light that you are, but you first needed to see that light within yourself. And it's almost this energy of, maybe people have been looking at you for your money, or for your looks, or for your outer appearance, but almost nobody was able to see the depth of your soul, like what you have inside. But this is just reflecting it back to you, because it's almost that you were not able to see the depth, the well of dreams, like the depth what is within you. But when there is this turning point where the dam is breaking and this opening is happening, then you see that light within yourself and you see your own depth, and then other people will be seeing you, will be able to see your depth. And then there is this even greater opening where you are stepping into this leadership position, where it has something to do also with Aquarius energy. And that's why you are the chosen one to pull this out. Like you are literally needed to, like you are the only one who is able to remove the sword from the stone, because only you are able to create the thing that you were destined to create. I'm very much being made to feel that you're aware that you're here with a mission. You're aware that you're here to build something, to bring something. Like I'm being made to feel you're very tapped into spirit, because you know that you're here for some reason. You also are very much aware about maybe star seeds and all of that, or you're getting to know about these aspects. And yeah, it has to do with building something new, building new structures, building new foundations. And for the crystal child, I'm actually feeling called to pull some more cards. We're asking about the most significant life in soul's history. And this is very much an archetype. So the reason this is coming through like this is because, this is a message that many people can relate to. And it's really making us aware that we can be in this emperor energy. We can be in this masculine energy, in this authoritative energy. But it's about bringing in the balance with the feminine energy. Because otherwise it's unbalanced masculinity, which then leads to conflict and to resistance. And to, this restrictive energy is actually only here to bring balance back. nothing is ever in our way. Like, even if there are restrictions or roadblocks, sometimes they're being put in our way to help us grow, to help us expand. But yeah, I'm really feeling some clarification for the crystal child here. Gondola, the baby, and the apples. So yeah, you're definitely here to birth something. You're definitely also on a soul level aware that you're here to bring something new. And again, only you are able to bring this in. And with the crystal child, it's very much to do with creating pure systems, almost bringing in this authoritative energy, but in a very balanced way, in a very, yeah, in a more divine feminine way. So it's the divine masculine that is almost being activated through the divine feminine. So that's why whenever you feel that you are stuck, or whenever you feel that you don't know which avenue to go into, it's reminding you not to be in this masculine energy, but really allowing the universe to show you, allowing the gondola to take you where you need to be. Because again, you are here for the harvest. You are here to bring the exuberance, which again, at the beginning I said there is nothing wrong with bringing in this energy. There is nothing wrong with having a lot of money, having a lot of something. But again, it's about doing it in this more, in this more balanced way. And with the grapes coming through, it's always talking about harvest. Also with the apples coming through, you're here to literally leave a mark. You are almost wanting to be remembered. Like, it's not, you're not interested in just doing the regular 9 to 5 and leaving this earth plane without having done much. It's almost like you don't want to go back to Valhalla, you don't want to go back to this in-between realm and being confronted again by your spirit guide. So did you did you enjoy yourself too much? Like, not in the sense that you cannot enjoy yourself, but it's almost focusing your energy to really accomplish something. Like, you want to leave a mark, you want to leave a baby, you want to have a big harvest that is not just serving yourself, but it's serving the whole community. With the Aquarius energy, it's about bringing in these riches, but for the entire collective. Maybe in previous lifetimes it was more about your own riches, about your own power, because you have been learning about power. But in this lifetime is about bringing in exactly that energy that you have on a soul level, but for the entire collective, for everyone to have this abundant harvest, for everyone to, the contributions that you're making in this lifetime are not only serving yourself, but they are serving the entire community. And that's why the crystal child is coming through, because the crystal child is aware that they are here with a mission, that they are here to leave an imprint, to leave a mark. And very unique energy. And it took a different turn than I expected, but again, I always want to honor what is coming through. And if spirit has another way of expressing things, then I have to honor that. And this is your message for today. I really hope you resonated with the messages, and please let me know in the comments if you did. And I'm also offering personal readings, so you will find all the details in the description box. And I hope to see you in the next reading. Thanks so much for watching. Hello, beautiful souls. So this is your reading if you have chosen the joy of life. And actually this reading took an interesting turn, because today's intention was to channel your most significant lifetime in soul's history, or also the most significant lifetime of maybe a significant person. But I've seen that it's more so, it's coding coming through, and because I always want to relate past life's energy back to this present lifetime. So this is a general reading, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But again, I have seen that the words that are coming through, they are more so acting as an activation for you right now. So you can interpret it or look at it in the way you want. But what I want to say is I want to keep it very nice and open, and if any other messages come through, I want to honor that. So let's see what we have. Before I go into this card, I've actually channeled some words which I've heard clairaudiently, and the first word that came through was expansive. And now looking at the card and tuning into the energy, I'm being made to feel that this is a lifetime where you looked at the earth. It was very white. So there is this energy of something being very white, like very open fields. And for some reason, I'm also being taken to Native American cultures where you honored your freedom. There was a lot of freedom, like a lot of nature, a lot of open spaces. That's why maybe this is also a lifetime in Native American cultures where the land was very broad, very wide. Like you really, yeah, I'm also seeing a horse. So you really cherished freedom. You really cherished, yeah, this expansiveness, this vastness of the place where you were living in. You had a lot of freedom. That's what I want to say. And it's so interesting. I have no idea why this came through, but I saw 1 + 2 does not equal 3. So what this is telling me, it's almost like you were writing your own rules. You were your own boss. You were, no one was above you. You're like you were either the leader of a tribe, or there is really this freedom energy where you say, oh, if I say that 1 + 2 is 4, then I can do that. No one can tell me that. It's almost this free-spirited energy where you're making your own rules, you're writing your own rules. And curandero has been coming through, which is the Spanish word for healer or shaman. So you might very well have been a shaman, a healer, a high priest, like working with spirit already in previous lifetimes. And then I saw Botticelli's Venus. If you don't know Botticelli, that's basically the most famous depiction of Venus. She is she is in this shell and with red hair, like basically the most famous depiction we have of her. And then I was taken to the Four Winds, because that's also a painting of Botticelli. He's a Florentian artist from the 1400s, 1500s. And there is a strong significance with Venus energy. So something about beauty. You might very well have been an artist. You might have been working with spirit in the sense of connecting with the divine feminine. Curandero is also this shaman who connects with spirit, who dives into the underworld, who provides information to your tribe. There is something about listening to the winds, like almost listening to the signs and the synchronicities, very, very connected to Earth. This was a lifetime where you were very in tune with Mother Gaia. And Mother Gaia is also this Venus energy. Like you were maybe looking at shells and tasting the earth and feeling the water, feeling the winds, like this deep, 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 also Pocahontas energy is coming through. And it could very well be that in this lifetime you feel drawn to the Sun Cross, something about the 4 directions, or you feel intuitively drawn to cultures that have this symbolism. So Mesoamerican cultures, Mexico, also Native American cultures, or also the American continent is very significant in this pile. And also maybe working with the 4 directions, like invoking the 4 elements, invoking the spirits of the 4 directions, the 4 corners, very much this tribal energy, Native American cultures. And this was a lifetime on Earth. In pile number 1, it was more, etherical realms and then Earth. For some reason, it was a focus on the present lifetime. But here it's more so, making you understand where these maybe passions that you have in this lifetime, where they come from. Because there is also this big emphasis on solar worship. Maybe you feel drawn to warm countries. Maybe you're wanting to, even in this lifetime, travel to South America, to Mesoamerica, to maybe even Texas. The Southwest is coming through. Like there is an interest in, tribal cultures. And this is because you have had many lifetimes as maybe even a curandero, but the biggest focus coming through, like the biggest emphasis coming through, is this free-spirited energy, this expansive energy where it's almost limitless, like there were no restrictions because you were writing your own rules. And now looking at this card, Joy of Life, this is exactly this celebratory energy. Like I'm seeing people dancing around the fire, I'm seeing people just enjoying life, because there is almost a feeling that there were no burdens, like people were in tune with spirit, we were celebrating, there was a lot of singing, a lot of dancing, a lot of trusting, like you were very open-hearted, you shared everything, yeah, it was a very, very, very beautiful energy, and I already feel where this is going. So before I say anything else, I want to see what the cards are saying, but intuitively I'm already feeling a scenario. But let's see what we have. We have the Queen of Spheres, the Queen of Pentacles. Yes, exactly, this energy of your tribe, like you and your tribe, like your family. You were, everyone was there to support you. You were very, like, with this I'm seeing a family system which is very supportive. Everyone helping each other out, but still having freedom, like a very healthy relationship dynamics and a very healthy tribal culture which felt very balanced. And yeah, everyone had enough. We had enough resources and everyone was happy. It was a very cheerful energy. That's what I wanted to say. 10 of Cups, okay. This is what I've been feeling. But let's see where this is going. Okay, I'm being told not to put reversals. 5 of Swords. 2 of Cups. King of Coins, okay. Ace of Cups, okay, beautiful. And we have the 3 of Pentacles. So yeah, okay. What is coming through in this specific lifetime, everything was very easy for you. Like you had everything you needed, you were fulfilled, you were very happy. Like I'm generally seeing a lot of happiness, a lot of groundedness, a lot of connection with nature. But then it's almost on a soul level you wanted to challenge yourself, because you wanted to almost, I wouldn't say experience the darker aspect of pleasure, and probably I should maybe cover this because the imagery is a bit 18 plus, but it's almost like you wanted to experience the shadow aspect of the 10 of Cups, because the 10 of Cups speaks about pleasures, it speaks about filling your cup, but this is the darker aspect. So maybe you had to deal with addictions in this lifetime, maybe you had to deal with toxic relationships, toxic patterns, overindulgence, because it's almost, you come from this very grounded way of living, again with a lot of balanced relationships where you could look, where you could have deep conversations, where you could have this depth. There is a lot of depth and a lot of beautiful grounded energy. But it's almost in this lifetime it was almost the opposite. Obviously it is, because not many people live very connected to earth, not many people live in healthy relationship dynamics, not many people, like that's just the human collective. We're also here to heal this unbalanced relationship dynamics and to heal this disconnection from nature. So it's almost on a soul level you chose to come in an environment where you experience this fullness, but through the shadow aspect of it, like overindulging again, as I already mentioned. But you almost wanted to understand the other side of the coin. You wanted to see the darkness in order to appreciate that light, but in a different way. Because imagine if we would always be in this life, in this energy, in this light, like in this, the energy of this lifetime, then it's almost after some time we would not be able to cherish it as much, or we would not be able to see it for what it is. But in this lifetime you were almost going through the complete opposite of this lifetime, where you were maybe in an environment that was completely disconnected. Maybe you even chose to incarnate in a city, whereas you were on a soul level so connected to nature. So yeah, there is this energy of wanting to challenge yourself, because again, you are a healer, you are a very tapped in with spirit, and you wanted to see how it is to first grow up in an environment which is the opposite of that. Maybe even focusing on more material things with the King of Coins, like you wanted to have the material aspect, experience material pleasures, while almost being disconnected from spirit in maybe the first part of your lifetime, or maybe the earlier part of your lifetime. But it's really about bringing in this sun energy again and appreciating the sun energy again. For some reason, I'm being taken to these two symbols here, where it's almost going through the black hole, going through the darkness. And yeah, Taurus is standing here, so almost experiencing Taurus energy, but let's say the more shadow aspect of Taurus energy. Maybe you worked, like you grew up in an environment which is very much focused on money, very much focused on material things, and maybe you even explored that. Maybe you wanted to make a lot of money, you wanted to aspire these more material pleasures. But then I'm being made to feel that there is this turning point where you reconnect with spirit, where you bring back this loving energy, where you reconnect back with this divine feminine energy. And before I continue, I'm being told to pull some oracle cards to fill up the in-betweens here. And we're channeling the most significant lifetime in soul's history. My pile number 2, the most significant lifetime in soul's history. Okay, Earth Angel, definitely. That's exactly the energy. Forgiveness, okay, and I have to say something about this. And abundance, look at this, okay. So at the beginning, when I was choosing the cards, when Spirit was choosing the cards for the 3 piles, this one came out. And for some reason, I didn't feel it as the first choice, but it's so funny that it comes out here. And there is definitely something about forgiveness. Almost forgiving yourself that you have chosen to go through this energy. Maybe, and I would like to say a trigger warning at this point, maybe you had to deal with energies of abuse in this lifetime. Maybe you had to deal with energies which were not very pleasant. And almost, something that has to do with sexuality as well. A distorted way of looking at sexuality, or you maybe grew up in an environment where relationships were just not balanced, or where it's the complete opposite of a healthy relationship, and maybe you being in a lot of toxic patterns, a lot of toxic relationships. And it's almost this energy coming through, forgiving yourself that you have gone through this experience, and seeing the sun in this situation, because this energy is coming through as the sun, knowing that you had to go through this dark tunnel, experiencing the other side of the coin, but remembering that you're here to re-emerge as the sun. And that's why the biggest focus right now, to emerge as this butterfly, it's working on forgiveness, almost covering yourself in this blanket of hearty energy. So right now you might feel called to bring in this healing energy, like literally if you have a spiritual practice, if you meditate, you're wanting to visualize this green healing color permeating your entire aura, permeating your entire being, because it's helping you see the bigger picture, trust and heal. It's almost, it's okay, like it's okay to let go of this now. We have experienced this energy, we have experienced the toxicity, almost this energy of you drinking the poison, because as I look at these cups, it's not filling your cup with love, not filling your cup with this beautiful light energy, but almost filling your cup with poison so that you can heal, because you are a healer. And if we always heal, like if we always fill our cup with love, then we're not that strong, because then every time poison comes in or darkness comes in, we don't know how to handle that, or we don't know how to deal with that. And that's why this energy of poison coming through, like being faced with toxicity, in order to learn the healing arts, but on a deeper level. So this lifetime specifically is very, very, very significant for you on a soul level. Like there is a very specific reason why you might have been choosing a, let's say, more challenging path. And with the number 10, the energy that is coming through is you're here to close cycles, to break generational pattern. And again, this has not much to do with you. So even if you have had to deal with this toxic energy of toxicity or maybe even abuse, it's actually, just as I'm doing here, like putting the crystal on top, seeing the light in this situation. And by you seeing the light in this situation, seeing the light in the deepest and the darkest of pains, this is what is healing this energy once for all. This is how we close the cycle, because it's about realizing that it is just one side of the same coin. Darkness and light, it's both the same. It's just another aspect. It's just another side of the coin. And with the sun cross coming through and this energy of the adoration of the sun, literally right now you're being called to connect with the sun, to connect with the purity, or maybe even remember the practices of your past, like that you have been practicing in past lifetimes, to connect with the sun, to bring in this pure, loving energy, this purity. It's almost about bringing in the energy of forgiveness in order to bring the purity back, the purity of the sun, seeing things for what they are, seeing the truth. I've seen that somewhere. And with the earth angel coming through, yes, that's exactly this energy of the healer. When I see earth angel, because obviously we're all here with a mission, like there are star seeds or light workers or healers that are more focused on, let's say, bringing in cosmic energies, opening up to extraterrestrial energies and that kind of stuff. But with you, I'm more so being made to feel it has to do with groundedness. So very much Taurus energy. It wouldn't shock me if you are a Taurus, or your north node is in Taurus, or your north node is in an earth sign, because you're bringing in this healthy relationship dynamics amidst of all this toxicity. And you're here to bring this abundance amidst a world that is more focused on the material realm. So it's really this paradigm shift that you're partaking, and it has to do with helping people see this higher perspective of things, tapping into your divine abilities, and literally bringing back this sun worship. So for some reason, I keep on being taken back to the four corners, four directions, four winds, like exploring even magical practices. Like if this is something you have never looked into, or if this is something you have looked into and not practiced as often in the recent times, because maybe you have been purging a lot, maybe you have been healing a lot, maybe you have been closing these cycles. But right now, this threshold, it's about reconnecting back with this sun worship energy, invoking the presence of the sun, of source, maybe magical practices that have to do with, invoking the energies of the four spirits, the four corners, maybe even doing like earth magic. Like when I think of curandero, I think about earth offerings, about working with Pachamama, the land. But Pachamama is also the spirit mother, so actually connecting with the mother, with earth, but through the sun, and almost praising the sun, bringing in this sun energy so that we can almost fully dedicate ourselves in nurturing the mother. Because the energy of abundance is coming through, fullness of source. You're actually here to bring exactly this energy, but in the circumstances where we find ourselves in. And that's why a person like you is needed for the job. That's what I'm hearing. That's why, you're bringing in this groundedness. And for some reason, I wanted to say something about this card, but before I say it, I'm feeling called to pull these cards here. Spirit has been almost knocking at my door, so wait a minute before you say it. So we're asking for clarification on the Five of Swords, tapping into the most significant lifetime. Okay, look at this. We have the apples, we have the ship, and we have the paradise bird. So yeah, it's almost like you're leading by example. And whenever you're faced with this energy where maybe you had to fight your way through a lot of energies, also gaslighting energies coming through a little bit here as well, but it's almost, I don't know, almost this energy of you being yourself and then other people saying you, like, who do you think you are? Almost like this energy of being detached from your surroundings, not really feeling, yes, not really feeling this familiar energy. So almost you being outside, like maybe it was very hard for you to find your tribe, find people who could relate to you, find people who could see the depth that you have, see the abundance that you have within yourself, because yeah, you also had to learn to find that stability without your tribe. Because again, I'm being taken back to these tribal cultures where you were free spirited, you were standing on your own, but you were almost relying on the tribe a lot, where again there is this energy of everyone caring for each other. But now you wanted to challenge yourself almost in this environment where there was not a lot of support, and where almost you had to find that stability, the stability of Taurus within yourself first. And maybe you had to go through a lot of, yes, gaslighting, or people almost, maybe even, and trigger warning again, maybe even like bullying, and just not a very pleasant energy. But this energy was here so that you could bring in this abundance, so that you could bring in this purity in this environment that is maybe more materialistic, or that maybe in general lacks an awareness of what's behind the veil, lacks an awareness of healthy relationship dynamics. And that's why I'm being made to feel that your North Node is either Taurus or in an Earth sign, because you're also an example to show how to manage resources well. So not just physical resources, but also spiritual resources. Like really, you are here again to build this healthy relationship dynamics, or this healthy way of managing resources in a society that is still wounded. Because with this energy I'm being taken to the Taurus energy, but it's more so the shadowy aspect of Taurus, where it's more this materialistic energy, where this has been predominant for quite some time. But you're almost bringing in, yeah, you're building this community, you're building your tribe up in this society where, yeah, with the vulture coming through, it's death. So there is almost this destruction, and you're here to bring in the light and the abundance amidst this circumstance that might look like everything is being destroyed. But it's actually this, yeah, this rebirth happening. And you're bringing in the fullness here, you're bringing in the harvest. And it's so interesting that this comes in this position, because I'm being made to feel that everything you need to know or to do, like all the skills you need, you have already acquired. Because the apples, like the abundance, the harvest, is already present in the past, like it has already been here in your past lifetimes. And now it's almost about sailing through these murky waters, sailing through this maybe more, yeah, an ocean that is not very easy to sail, a situation that is not very easy to go through, to handle. But again, you're coming in as this master, you're coming in as this earth angel, this healer, this very wise person that is able to navigate even the toughest of situations, and that is able to even bring in the light amidst all the cloudiness and amidst all this movement. And yes, the gateway to it, it's about self-forgiveness, forgiving yourself, forgiving the system, forgiving the status quo, because forgiveness is what opens our heart again. So wherever there was resentment, or wherever there was this feeling of how could you, or how dare you, or how could I allow myself to go through this challenging of an experience, like almost being kind to yourself, like reparenting yourself, like it's okay because it's already over, the cycle is already ended, like it's already the completion of it. And now it's about bringing in the light aspect of the 10 of coins, where it's about this purity, this abundance, emotional fulfillment, joy and pleasure, but through this pure source energy. And yeah, you're literally here to bring heaven on earth again, paradise. You're here to bring in a lot of change. It wouldn't shock me if your life path is number 5 or also number 3 is coming through. You're literally like the thing that you're building is leading to a lot of change and to a healthy relationship with abundance, so that we can be abundant, we can be maybe even materially abundant while still honoring earth. We can have all the resources we need while still learning to give back to nature. And I'm being made to feel that your wisdom is needed to do that. That's why you are an earth angel. That's why you are needed for the job in, turning on a soul level. You're here to turn the negative aspect of Taurus into the positive ones and allowing that garden of abundance for everyone, not just for yourself, and bringing in this beautiful relationship dynamics again, which you are so used to experiencing on a soul level. So a pat on the back is coming through, like really honoring the contributions that you have already made, honoring how far you have come, because again, I'm almost being made to feel like right now it's starting. Like right now, everything that's been happening until now was almost a preparation, and now it's time to act. Now it's time to bring in this unique energy that only you can bring in, because the paradise bird is a very unique bird. It's a very, the way how you fill your cup and other people's cup, the abundance that you bring to the table is very unique, and that's why you're here. And that's why almost the spirits, like Mother Gaia, has been calling out for you in order to do that job, because Taurus is also the energy of Mother Gaia, the energy of Venus, the energy of Demeter, Hathor, and it's really a calling from the Divine Mother to you, and you have listened to the call because you love her, you are in deep devotion to her, and you are so connected to her still to this day, and you are rediscovering your connection to the Divine Feminine on a different level, on an even deeper level, now that you have gone through all this toxicity and turned it into light again. What a beautiful energy. Thank you so much for allowing me to tap into this energy, and I hope you resonate with the messages. Please let me know if you did. And I'm also offering personal readings, so you can find all the details in the description box, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Thanks so much for watching. Hello, pile number 3. So this is your reading if you have chosen the Observe card. And again, we are channeling your most significant lifetime in soul's history, and this can also be any other lifetime, because I've seen that the words that I'm channeling, they are acting as activation words for your current lifetime. So I always want to honor what is coming through, so I want to keep this reading very open. But yes, we're tuning into your past lifetimes and how these are relevant for the current lifetime right now, because we are always wanting to relate things back to the present. That's what I always want to say when tapping into past life energies. It's very important. And also, before I look into the cards, I clairaudiently was guided to listen to some words, like to channel some words that are relevant for your reading. And I've heard Athena. So the Greek culture, the Hellenistic culture is coming through. Helena of Troy, but the energy of Helena of Troy, but not on Earth. So this could very well be one of your past lifetimes where you have been on a planet which is very similar to Earth, but it is not on Earth. So the way we can visualize this, or the way we can think about this specific lifetime, is really this ancient Greek vibe, where everyone they were wearing white tunics, and everything was so just beautiful and pure, and there was love, and for some reason love making was coming through very strongly. So this is very much the energy of the 6th dimension to the 7th dimension, like fifth, 6th and 7th dimension, where there is almost this ecstatic feeling. There is almost this, everyone was this is probably, okay, I probably shouldn't say it because I want my readings to be open for everyone, but a very sexual energy, like a very ecstatic energy where it's almost everyone, there is almost the energy of an orgy coming through. Now I just say it because almost everyone were everyone was in love with everyone, and there were no taboos, and they were super open. And it's actually very interesting that it comes through as Greek and Hellenistic culture, because I'm almost being made to feel that the civilization that we have here on Earth, they were almost a blueprint of these civilizations from other planets, but we wanted to see how this works in a lower density. So we almost come from this pure energy where everything feels like a Greek holiday, where everyone loves everyone, everyone is super open, there are no taboos, everyone is super pure and super, like it's a sexual energy, but a super pure sexual energy. It's almost this ecstatic energy of, yeah, just pure love. But we wanted to see how this lifestyle works on Earth. So this is very much the pre-Hellenistic period, like before, not Greek, when we think about Greek culture, but even before that. So I'm really being taken to Atlantean times with Helena of Troy, because the word Helena actually means the enlightened one, or the shining one, like she who shines. And this could very well be like, when I hear the story, I always think of the shining ones, where it's actually pre-Atlantean times or Atlantean times. The story of Troy with the horse, it's, yeah, almost this phase where the purity has been, where consciousness has been deteriorating, and we, like, this war energy started to come in, this energy of, yeah, people fighting with each other. And yeah, this is almost the moment where the plan didn't work out as expected. Because again, we wanted to see how it is possible to embody this lifestyle, this way of living, but in the third dimension. And then obviously, because in the third dimension there is so much polarity, there is so much this energy, yes, of Athena between the poles. So this war energy has been coming through, where, yeah, it almost didn't turn out as expected. And now I'm really strongly being taken to Athena and Ma'at. That's the energy of Libra. So Athena is actually a war goddess. It's this goddess, yeah, of wisdom, and the owl of Athena is a symbol of wisdom. But this is more so coming through as, yeah, like you're strongly working with the archetype of Libra in this lifetime. It wouldn't shock me if you have Libra present in your chart somewhere, or your North Node is in Libra or in an air sign, because your part of your mission in this lifetime is also about bringing in balance, bringing in justice. So it wouldn't shock me if you also work in something that has to do with law, or in a past lifetime you have been working with law. Like you definitely have been working with the energy of Athena, or she is one of your guides in this lifetime. There is a big emphasis on Libra energy. And for some reason spatial was also coming through, something about architecture. So you could also be either interested in architecture in this lifetime, or you have been working as an architect. I'm also being taken to Plato and Pythagoras, something that has to do with math. Maybe you were also a pioneer in something that has to do with architecture or mathematics or philosophy, like this deep philosophical energy coming through. And maybe this is also the reason why in this lifetime you feel drawn to either ancient cultures or philosophy or architecture, or, yeah. It's very interesting that dowsing and drowning was also coming through. So with drowning, I'm very much being taken to Atlantean times. Maybe you even remember Atlantis. And with dowsing, it's almost, maybe you are trying right now to find out about your past lifetimes, maybe also connected to Atlantis, or it's almost like you're using divination, and maybe, obviously, you're here, so you're listening to this reading. Hello. You're using divination, you like channeling, dowsing, listening to pick a card readings, or doing your own pick a card readings in order to find out more about your past. Maybe there is a fear of water, because maybe you have been drowning in past lifetimes. And it's about, yeah, you're using divination in order to find out more about your past. And there is something about wisdom coming through very, very, very strongly. And yeah, the Mediterranean Sea can be significant, so you might have had many lifetimes in the area of the Mediterranean Sea, like the also Middle East is coming through, Greece, Italy, but also Atlantis, strong Atlantean energy. And there is something with ships. So you were used to travel a lot. You were used to go from one place to the other, because it almost feels like there were no barriers. Like everything was very global. It was very open. That's why maybe that's the times where Lemuria and Atlantis, they were coexisting in peace, where everything was very open. And again, with this love-making energy, there were no, everyone loved everyone. They were super heart opened. And it's almost, with the drowning that is coming through, it's also something about, in this lifetime, drowning in emotions, almost being overwhelmed that we cannot express this ecstatic energy, and then almost drowning with these emotions where we're almost, like not able to express the depth of our emotions, and that's why we feel like we are drowning, because we're almost not able to have an outcome or to be able to express the depth of our emotions. Because with the Observe card, I'm almost being made to feel that you're very observant, you're very there at the sidelines, and you're very clairsentient, like you have a very deep perception, have a very balanced way of looking at things, but it's almost like you are almost guarding your heart. You have this very pure light, this very pure energy, but it's almost the circumstances that you grew up in didn't allow yourself to fully open up, to fully allow others to see the depth of your emotions. And that's why there is almost this feeling of being like drowning in your own emotions, or almost not being able to, you didn't have the chance to live this to live out this pure and ecstatic energy in this lifetime. And that's why you're more of an observant person. It's more like, step back. It's more this energy of looking from the sidelines. But let's see how this is tying up to the rest of the cards. Tying in, we have the Hierophant, beautiful. Then we have the Knight of Wands. Actually making some space. Then we have the Eight of Swords, okay. Then we have the Devil. The Ace of Wands. The Magician, ooh, look at this. Two of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, I absolutely love the energy already. Don't be scared about the Devil, because I'm seeing a very big release. But first things first, okay. So that's exactly taking me to your past lifetimes, where you have been either a philosophist. Do we say philosophist? Yeah. A philosopher, sorry. A philosopher. I'm hearing the word sorcerer. I'm also hearing, literal magician, like a mage, a sage, a wise person. Literally you embodying the energy of a Hierophant. And it's almost like you were known for your craft. You were known for the wisdom that you brought there. Like you were very known in ancient times. And it wouldn't shock me if we even know this person right now. It wouldn't shock me if this is still a person that we are talking about. That's why I was being taken to these Greek philosophers. Or, yes, there is something like the wisdom that you have within yourself is uncomparable. And it's almost coming through as telling you that it's okay for this wisdom to come out now. It's okay for you to open up that book in order to see the depth of the wisdom that you have within yourself, because I'm being told that the wisdom that you have is super activating. With the Ace of Wands, it's almost acting as this spark, and it's so important to bring in this wisdom, to not just observe but also open that book, allow other people to see, like allowing other people to look into your heart, because there is this bright light, and it's okay to open up that book. And with the Knight of Wands, I'm almost being made to feel this energy of not being able to focus your energy, because I'm almost being made to feel you have so many ideas, you have so much wisdom, you have so many things you want to birth into creation, so many, like boom, 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 I want to manifest this and that, and I have this idea, I want to write this poem and this and that, and oh, so much, so many ideas. You have such a rich inner world with the Observe card, like your inner world is wow. And it's almost this energy of, I don't know how to bring this into the physical. There is almost this energy of not knowing how to focus the energies, or maybe starting things and then not finishing things, because there is almost this overwhelm of energies coming through from the higher realms, almost this boom, 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 a lot of this and that, and almost like right now you're learning how to ground these ideas and how to manifest them into being. And since this is centering your reading, I'm very much being told that this is your focus in this lifetime. You're here to be the magician, to be the mage, to create new things, because again, your inner world is wow. Your mind is beautiful. You have such a beautiful mind, such a rich imagination. Art is coming through, beauty coming through. Again, this Libra energy. Libra is also about creating art in a very balanced way, appreciating beauty, appreciating the divine feminine, again with the owl, bringing in, almost creating a bridge between the spirit realm and this present realm. And yeah, right now the challenge, or what you're learning, is how to focus your energy, how to focus this richness, and almost like saying, okay, I choose one thing and I bring it forward. Because it's almost acting on that impulse, acting on that inspiration, and then starting out things. But since it's the Knight of Wands, it's okay not having things figured out yet. It's okay to experiment a bit. It's okay to, yeah, maybe even fail or then start again. But the most important thing right now is to be aware that you are the magician, and that everything that you're trying to manifest or birth into creation is actually already here. Because the magician knows that all the resources are here already. The magician knows that, yes, you have the wands, you have the intelligence, you have the motivation, you have the wisdom, you have the idea, and now it's very much about focusing all of this potential and bringing it into fruition. And before I continue, I'm actually being told to pull some oracle cards, because I wanted to say something about that, but Spirit tells me to pull some oracle cards. So we are channeling the most significant lifetime in soul's history. Okay, so let's see. Card number 1. Light language. Okay, universal language of oneness. Then we have emergence. And then we have the crown. Beautiful. I don't know, I keep on being taken to Helen of Troy. Helena, like enlightened, enlightenment. You are definitely on a path of enlightenment in this lifetime, because there is a big emphasis on you being an activator. You literally activating people in order to emerge like a butterfly. So what you are doing with bridging, like with bringing, bridging, being a bridge, because the magician is actually a bridge. The magician is a bridge between the higher realms and this realm. And this is actually spirit from the higher realms giving us the inspiration, giving us the knowledge, the wisdom, the direction. And we are the ones who are weaving things into creation. And your creations in this lifetime, they are helping with the empowerment of the collective. There is this very much, again, this beautiful sacral energy coming through sacral chakra and solar plexus chakra. Because the solar plexus has to do with our actions, with how we bring things into the physical realm. And also how we bring in things through the sacral, like how we birth things. It has to do with creativity, with sexuality, with sensuality, with passion. You are helping others to follow their passions. And what you are bringing to the table, it has to do with us emerging like this butterfly. Like you're helping people you're giving people their wings. You are almost pulling people out, like you're an inspirational light. That's what I want to say. You're inspiring other people to see the potential instead of the limitations. Whenever someone is limited by their own beliefs, like you are a living, breathing example that it is possible to let go of any perceived restrictions, like that all the restrictions, they're actually self-imposed mental roadblocks. And we don't have to be limited by these mental patterns. We don't have to be limited by, any type of restrictions. Like you're here to almost break the cocoon open and to inspire other people to take flight with the crown energy, big energies of, you're teaching other people how to fly. You're teaching other people how to navigate the higher realms. With the Observe card, there is also this emphasis of learning how to navigate through the night, and the night obviously being the underworld, the spirit realm, where you're providing the roadmap, the blueprint on how to be a magician. That's what I'm hearing, like bringing in this magical, mystical energy. And with the Two of Pentacles coming through, it's almost with this card I always see ego death, and you're helping other people by you stepping into this energy. You are a living, breathing example that we don't have to be restricted by ego-based consciousness. We don't have to be restricted by things don't have to make sense. And it's okay, like, it's actually the energy of magic. Like, we don't have to understand how synchronicity works. We don't have to understand how certain things work. And it's almost about letting go of the need of needing to understand and just seeing the magic unfold. It's less about the how, but it's more about the actual doing things. Because with Jupiter energy coming through, it's about this bringing in this expansive energy and being a living, breathing example in the physical realm, and seeing that it's possible to live from a more heart-based perspective, seeing that it's possible to navigate through this physical realm while still being connected to spirit. And it's not about the how, not about how do we channel, how does tarot work, for example, or how does dowsing work, for example, or how do we make things happen, how does the magician materialize things into being. No, it's more about the just acting on that impulse and focusing this energy and taking the first step. Oh wow, okay, now I'm being reminded. Actually, the first card that came out was Stepping Stones, and I didn't choose it because I'm a bit of a perfectionist. So the Stepping Stone card has a horizontal layout, and the other cards had a vertical layout. So I was like, no, spirit, I want to have 3 nice cards. And then another card came out, I don't know, but anyway, the first card that came out for this pile was Stepping Stones, and I chose this one because I wanted to have it vertical. That's probably my Virgo moon, but anyway, it's for some reason it had to came through like this, because now I'm being reminded of this energy of the stepping stones. Like, even if we don't have things figured out yet, even if we don't know how to manifest things into being, it's almost not being overwhelmed by all the tasks and just focusing your energy and starting something. Like, I'm being reminded of the importance of stepping stones, one step at a time, making small steps, and in the long run you will see all these small steps that you have taken, that suddenly everything is here. Like, suddenly everything you wanted to manifest is simply here. Because with the 10 of Pentacles, it's this abundant energy, this energy of, literally the 10 of Pentacles, ultimate abundance, ultimate richness, ultimate harvest. But actually harvest with, you're bringing your magical skills to the table for the whole world to see. And I'm almost being made to feel that you know that you're here to be this magician. You know that you're here to either birth something creatively, like I'm literally being taken to poetry, to art, to maybe you want to write a story, maybe you want to create art, maybe you want to... It has to do with bridging the physical realm and the spiritual realm. And yeah, it's about, that's the energy we start. You have this rich inner world, but you're almost guarding your heart, almost guarding your inner world, and this is the final outcome where the richness that is within your heart is suddenly out on the table for everyone to see. Like everyone can, it's almost you're allowing people to have a glimpse into your inner world through the art that you are creating. And this is literally inspiring people to take flight. Like you're literally emerging as this butterfly, and by doing that you're inspiring others to do exactly the same. And for some reason with the devil there is still some information needing to come through. Like I still feel that I need some more cards. So we're asking for clarifications on the devil. We're channeling the most significant lifetime of pile number 3. Okay. Where are you? Yeah, okay. Ooh, look at this. Japanese woman. Oh, love this card. Okay. Then we have caravel, ship. Where do we place this here? And we have the fasan. Okay. So you definitely in past lifetimes have been embodying this energy of a muse. Like you literally dancing with spirits. There is this energy of you weaving spirit, like really being super connected with spirit and expressing this art, expressing this beauty. Like I'm being made to feel you're very sensitive, you're very elegant, you're very graceful, and your energy is very ethereal. Like there is this feeling of wanting to dance, wanting to, very subtle. That's what I want to say. Your energy is very subtle. Wouldn't shock me if you have some Cancer in your chart somewhere, because it's this sensitivity, but then almost needing to guard this sensitivity, almost a flower that has been newly bloomed. But yeah, actually, yes, that's the message coming through. Like, in order for others to see this flower in full bloom, you need to let go of the shell. You need to allow it to open, to the flower needs to be open in order to see all the colors. The flower needs to be open in order to like smell the flowers, in order to see the richness, the entirety of a flower. And that's why there is a big emphasis on opening your heart and allowing other people to see what's inside your heart. And maybe you even feel called to channel light language right now, because with this green energy coming through is you're learning how to open your channel, like you're opening your channel wider. I'm also being made to feel that your psychic abilities are expanding, your crown is opening, you're literally bringing in this enlightened energy. Go beyond attachments. Yeah, okay, well, here we have the confirmation. I didn't read it here. Go beyond attachment, but this is the attachment to the physical realm, the attachment to physical limitations. And that's why I have, every time there is a thought as to how will I be able to manifest this into the physical, there is almost this feeling of I have so many ideas, I have so many things I want to birth, but I don't know how to approach it. But again, Spirit is telling you it's not about the how. Like, allow Spirit to take care of that. So you're almost being invited to literally cut away your head, to cut away the ego-based consciousness, and to tap into your heart-based consciousness. Because on a heart, like on a soul level, we know that everything is possible. We know that we are a magician, because indeed you used to be materializing things instantly in the higher realms. Like, you are used to things just showing up, and now you're here in this earth with so many like perceived limitations, with a lot of lag, like a lot of manifestations take longer to manifest in this realm. But it's almost a test of faith, like letting go of these physical attachments and knowing that it's still possible. Because the only thing which might keep us away from manifesting these things is our self-imposed beliefs. Because the Eight of Swords, it's beliefs, or it's restrictive energy, but it's just the illusion of that. It's not a real roadblock. A real roadblock would be the devil, but it's actually about seeing that even then we always have the choice to stand up. Because in the original tarot, like the figures, there is a They are chained at their collar, like they have a collar chain, let's say, but it is wider. So they always have the chance to take the collar away, and to stand up. There is no reason in feeding this restrictive energy. Like there is almost this feeling of needing to be in a cycle, and I'm being made to feel this cycle is almost this cycle of closing your heart and almost not believing that it's possible, not believing in magic, not believing in these things manifesting. But it's actually about, with the Fazan, bringing heaven to earth, and with the 7 coming through, it's Kundalini activation, aligning your chakras, opening your crown, bringing in this higher dimensional energy, bringing in spirit, literally, and allowing spirit to work through you. And this can only happen if we open our heart. Because when our heart is closed, then spirit cannot flow up through us. Spirit cannot collaborate with us. And the magician is the bridge between the realms. It's the collaborating with spirit. And that's why maybe you are going through an ego death right now. Maybe you're releasing all these patterns which have been holding you back from allowing this flower to bloom, allowing the richness of your inner being to come online. And yeah, I'm really being taken with you're a master manifester. You're very skillful at working with cosmic energies, like the yin and yang. Like you are actually very good at bringing things into manifestation, but it's just sometimes these self-doubts. And it's about more so, self-doubts, focusing your energy, letting go of self-doubts, focusing your energy, and actually releasing this demonic energy that has been present in the collective. Like I'm being made to feel this is not you, but this is more so these imposed restrictions that are actually here to make us stronger. So maybe because you have had to guard your heart for such a long time, maybe because you have been in your shell for a long time, maybe because you have been restricted for such a long time, that is the thing which gives you the fuel and the motivation to finally say no more. I'm gonna open my heart now, I'm gonna show my colors, I'm gonna speak my truth. And it's exactly this energy that has been motivating you to go out of your shell, to almost navigate through these stormy waters. Because again, I'm being made to feel that you come from a very high vibrational way of living, a very hard, open-hearted way of coexisting with your fellow beings. But it's almost here you had the feeling of needing to navigate stormy waters, almost like so much resistance and so much. It's almost like I'm also feeling this energy of I'm just tired. I'm so tired of needing to fight. I'm so tired of needing to close my heart. I'm just gonna open it now. I'm just gonna open my crown. I'm just gonna beautifully align my chakras and allow this magic to come through. And like bam, I'm putting it here on the table for everyone to see. This is what I am. I am opening the cocoon. I am emerging as this beautiful butterfly. And yeah, I am being what I was destined to be in this lifetime. You are here, like all of our past lifetimes, they are connected with this present lifetime. Like there is a very specific reason why you came here, to bring in this beautiful enlightened wisdom, this beautiful, elegant and graceful creativity in a realm like that has been governed by demonic energies for such a long time. But you're here to, almost the work that you are doing there is coding in the work that you're doing. So whenever you're doing poetry or art, or no matter what creative outcome you choose to have in this lifetime, it is encoded with patterns and frequencies from the higher realms. And this is like the reason why this is because you are collaborating with spirit. Because you know that you're the magician, and you know that you're here to birth something of significance in this lifetime. And that's why, yes, your mind is so beautiful. And with Virgo energy, like being that muse again, being that graceful, beautiful being, and we can embody this purity in this realm. We can create the circumstances that allow us, like literally just imagine the ancient times where everyone was super open-hearted, and we didn't have to work so much. Like, abundance was just flowing like this, the energy of a land of honey and milk. We can have that. It's possible. And you're an inspirational light to show that it's possible, because you're doing it, you're embodying it, you're living by example. And I personally feel that it's time for spiritual people to also have abundance. And when I talk about abundance, not being restricted by a job that almost takes away our energy, almost sucks away all our resources. Like, you are a living example that starseeds and light workers and people with a pure open heart can also have material abundance, can also have, like, we don't have to sacrifice our well-being in order to serve spirit. That's also a message coming through. Like, many people, many light workers, many healers who dedicate their heart to source, they most of the time they don't have a lot of money, because they focus all of their work in connecting with spirit, connecting, opening their crown, healing, letting go of these emotional energies, purging a lot. So when we do all this purging and all this activation work, obviously we don't have the time to then also have a 9-to-5 job. And that means in order to follow our spirituality, we almost have to sacrifice our material abundance. But you are here to be an example that this does not have to be the case. You're bringing, like, you're living example that we can be spiritual, we can follow our heart, we can follow our passions, and still have money to take care of our physical needs. And it's very much about bringing in balance again. I'm being taken back to this time where consciousness was deteriorating, because with Helen of Troy, it was, this energy was present already, but then the energy of war was coming in, where people started to be selfish, where, yeah, there is duality coming in, where it has been going down, basically, like this purity has been deteriorating. But now this purity is coming back, and now we are again creating the circumstances for us to be pure and to create systems that allow us to be open-hearted and abundant at the same time, bringing in this abundance for everyone. So it's a lot to do with this, like in all three pulse, there was a lot to do with managing resources equally and balanced. And that's the energy of Libra also coming through. So you might feel called to invoke Athena or Ma'at, or to work with the archetype of Libra. Definitely, either some of you have this North Node in Libra, or Libra is very significant in your lifetime right now. What a beautiful energy. So thank you so much for allowing me to tap into this energy. I really hope you resonated with the messages, and please let me know in the comments if you did. And I'm also offering personal readings, so you will find all the details in the description box, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Thanks so much for watching.